If you're anything like me and you understand the concept of self-love, but it's not always easy to put into practice, I found a technique that is so powerful. And we're not talking about love, like to find a partner. I have a partner, but self-love, that self-love that we hear about all the time, it's just not always easy. Anyway, I was walking home from work about 6 months ago and I was listening to music, and all of a sudden one of my favorite love songs came on. It's called The Sea of Love by Phil Phillis. And I'd love to include this song here, but I'm worried about the copyright, so I'm actually going to get really out of my comfort zone and sing it to you. It goes a little bit like this. Come with me, oh my love, to the sea of love. I want to tell you, oh, I love you. And I have listened to that song so many times, and I've imagined myself singing this song to other people. I've imagined other people singing it to me. But that night when I walked home, all of a sudden, I felt as if I was singing it to myself. Me, Catherine, singing it to me, Catherine. And something profound happened. I felt the self-love. I actually had tears come to my eyes because I realized I hadn't had that self-love in so long. And after that, I realized I could do this with all love songs, and that I could shift from thinking that somebody else was singing them to me and that I could be singing them to myself. And it's so funny. All the songs shifted. They all felt super profound and very powerful. And the next song that came on that I loved was I Follow Rivers by Licky Lee. You know, the one that goes, I'll follow you deep sea, baby. And I have followed myself deep sea so many times. I have lost myself out there. I have lost the sight of shore. I have felt confused and not knowing what I am doing, but something called me. And that, again, when that song comes on now, I tell myself, yes, I will follow myself, because I will, and I will continue to do it because I'm following my higher self. I'm following something. I don't even know why I follow, but I do. And why do I follow her? Why do I follow my higher self? Because she is me. And I know I'll do it over and over again. And the funny thing is, this technique can work with all songs, even the sad ones. Like, for example, you know that song, it's been 7 hours and 13 days. Actually, I don't know how many time it was between that thing, but she continues, nothing compares, nothing compares to you. And it doesn't. Nothing compares to ourselves. Nothing compares to that self-love that we can find when we do find it. And she goes on to say she's tried other things, like she goes out to fancy restaurants. And we do that. We distract ourselves when we don't have that self-love, but nothing compares to that self-love. When we find it, when we get to that thing, nothing compares. And so we have to learn to love ourselves. And believe me, I know how hard that can be. I struggled with this, and I still struggle with this today. But I find that singing these love songs to myself really helps. And what I find is that each new love song that I sing to myself brings me new wisdom. Like, for example, I love the song Never Gonna Give You Up by the Black Keys. And it goes a little bit like, never gonna give you up, no matter how you hurt me, never gonna give you up. And that is what our highest self will do. Our highest self will never give us up. She's always going to be there for us. And I love that. That brought me so much love and happiness to know. It doesn't matter, as we said in the other song, how much we go off and distract ourselves or hurt ourselves or do other things that we're not doing for self-love. Our highest self will always be there for us. And it doesn't matter how long it's been that we haven't loved ourselves. In my case, I don't know when I stopped loving myself. Was it when I was 3 or 4, or was it when I was older, 6 or 7? I don't know. But in any case, that means a very long time, between 35 and 40 years that I haven't been loving myself. That's a long time. But I love it when it says, never going to give you up. My higher self will be there with me, will be there for me when I come back. And that brings me tears to my eyes, because we need to love ourselves. We really do. And now that I've been doing this for a while, I've actually given myself a new challenge. And that is to sing these songs in front of the mirror. Because before I would just kind of sing along. But now actually my new challenge is to sing it in front of the mirror. And I remember when I read the book, You Can Change Your Life by Louise Hay, she mentioned looking in the mirror and saying, I love you. And I did that exercise and found it super difficult. And now, though, I find it a little easier to be singing with the songs. And my latest obsession is the song You and Me, the Flume remix, I think. And the great thing about that one is that then I love to dance to it. And again, for copyright reasons, I'm not going to leave it here, but I'll try to put it in another video if I get the courage to do that, just so that you can see what it's like. And that one is so powerful too. You know, it goes, it's gonna be you and me. It's gonna be everything you ever dreamt. It's gonna be you and me. It's gonna be epic. And it will be epic. It will be everything we dreamed when we start to love ourselves. I feel that. I start to feel it when I sing these songs to myself and I start to feel that self-love. It is so powerful. So I'm challenging you to find your love song and sing it to yourself. You don't sing it to somebody else. You're singing it with passion from you to you so that you can feel your love coming from yourself, flowing to you in abundance. Please leave in the comments the love song that you like to sing to yourself and tell me why. I'd love to hear. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next video.